Okay, just take a second to bring this up. Oh, slideshow. All right. So if I could just get maybe a thumbs up, or someone could just let me know that you can see my screen that says welcome to the University of Winnipeg.
Yes, we can see you.
Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay. So the University of Winnipeg is located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is the central province of Canada. And we are located on Treaty 1 land, home of the Métis people. And we source our water from Shoal Lake First Nation. It is important to the University of Winnipeg that we acknowledge the First Peoples of Canada, especially those who opened their home for us to settle in Manitoba. Okay, so as I mentioned, the University of Winnipeg is located in the central province of Manitoba. We are the capital city of Manitoba. We are about a 3-hour plane ride to Toronto and a 3-hour flight to Vancouver. So we're right in the center, and because of that, we are considered one of the most affordable cities in Canada to live. And so because of that, our tuition reflects that as well. Please excuse if I cough once in a while. I just got my voice back, and so yeah, just fighting a little bit of a cold here. Okay, so Canada, the city of Winnipeg is Canada's 7th largest city with a population of just under 900,000 people. And we are, or have been voted one of the best places to live and work by Maclean's magazine, one of the greatest places by Time magazine. And we are definitely, I heard yesterday actually that Winnipeg has been voted one of the best places to raise a family and to be a young entrepreneur and young career employer. We are one of North America's next 25 up-and-coming tech markets, and we boast one of the lowest unemployment rates in Canada. So let me just show you this video here. Oh, hang on one second. There we go. Hopefully this video will work. This will just give you an idea of what Winnipeg is like. Okay. Okay, I'll see if I can get the video to work later here. Oh, sorry. So as you can see, Winnipeg is affordable. It's about half the cost to live as Toronto, for example. So because of that, again, our tuition reflects those rates. In Manitoba, in our province, we also have the provincial nominee program. So this gives priority assessment for international students who have strong ties to Manitoba and who are interested in immigrating. So with this, basically as a graduate of the University of Winnipeg, if you were interested in moving to Canada, becoming a permanent resident, and eventually Canadian citizen, it is easier in our province than in any other province in Canada. So those who graduate from the University of Winnipeg, who apply for a postgraduate work permit, have about a 98% acceptance rate for that work permit. Sorry, 99%. Okay. So this includes career employment pathways, and we have a very large in-demand occupation list. So the University of Winnipeg is located in the heart of downtown, which offers convenient accessibility for students to find part-time jobs downtown, restaurants, events. So much happens downtown, all within walking distance of the university itself. We offer all 4 seasons. So we just finished fall and we've started into winter right now. So during the fall, it's a little bit cooler, but still you're able to go outside and walk around, experience the beautiful changing colors of the leaves, and it's a wonderful place to be in the fall. In the winter, it's also great. You just need to dress a little warmer. So with a good winter coat and good boots, you can go outside, enjoy skating, skiing, snowshoeing, and more.
सिटी है प्रोविंशियल सिटी है जहाँ ज्यादा फ्रेंच रहते हैं कहाँ विनीटोबा
Okay, we also have spring and summer. So this is a time when you can go out to our provincial and national parks. You can play. We have cricket teams, football teams, lots of different sports that you can play outdoors. It gets quite warm outside, so it's a wonderful time to enjoy the weather as well. Now, some fast facts about the university itself. We have about 10,000 full-time students, about 1,600 international students from more than 90 countries. As an undergraduate institution that is a smaller setting, we are able to offer unique research opportunities to our undergraduate students, which is usually only offered at the graduate level. But because we are a mid-sized institution, it's easy for us to offer that at an undergraduate level. We have 55 plus students, and we offer a lot of support to our international students through our International Immigrant and Refugee Student Services, including academic advising and social and cultural activities. We offer undergraduate studies, English language program, the collegiate, which is our high school, PACE, which is our postgraduate diploma program, and master's programs through graduate studies. Please note that today I will be focusing only on undergraduate studies, as that is the department I work for. If you do have questions about any of these other programs, you would be welcome to contact them directly. And I'm sure that Farouk and Education Concern have those contacts available for you. For undergraduate studies, we have 3- and 4-year bachelor degrees. The difference is a 3-year degree is a general information degree in your field, and you can go out into the workforce and get your work permit if you would like. The 4-year degree offers extended time to do a specialization in your field, and also if you wanted to pursue further research experience and then eventually pursue a master's program, I definitely suggest doing a 4-year bachelor's degree. We offer a student-professor ratio of 25:1, so definitely small class sizes, which offers a lot of one-on-one communication with your professors. You get the help you need when you need it, and I find especially for our international students, this makes a big difference in their quality of education. All our programs begin in January, May, or September, and when you receive a letter of acceptance, it is valid to begin for 2 intakes. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility when you're offered admission. We offer co-op programs and work integrated learning. Some of our popular undergraduate programs in the Faculty of Arts includes criminal justice, psychology, sociology, theater and film, history, communications, and political science. In the Faculty of Science, we offer applied computer science, biology, data science, neuroscience, chemistry, mathematics, statistics, physics, and environmental science. A lot of research happens through our university, and so you would find a lot that you can be involved in. Excuse me. Within our business and economics faculty, we offer accounting, In HR, marketing, international business, supply chain management, we also offer a degree in economics and economics and finance. In kinesiology and applied health, we offer a degree in kinesiology, athletic therapy, physical and health education. We also offer, excuse me, so sorry for that cough. We also offer pre-professional studies, which in Canada, you are not able to go, for example, directly into the School of Medicine. You do need to have a Bachelor of Science degree first, and then you can apply into medicine. However, as an international student, you do also have to become a permanent resident of Canada before you can apply to medicine. So at the University of Winnipeg, as an international student, you can apply and complete your pre-medicine or pre-dentistry, pre-pharmacy, any of those fields as an international student. Once you graduate, then you would have to apply to become a permanent resident, and then eventually you can apply to medical school or pharmacy school and so forth. So that's how these pre-professional areas work. Now, to become an undergraduate student at the University of Winnipeg from an international student from Pakistan, you do need to have your higher secondary school certificate with a grade of B with special consideration on specific subjects. So that would be assessed by the admissions office. We offer also for those coming from university or college, you can transfer into the University of Winnipeg. And what transfers over from your university or college would depend on the accreditation of the institution you've attended, as well as their grading scale. There's a number of factors that goes into that assessment. And so I'm not able to really say exactly for sure what we'd be looking for, but usually it would be a grade of B average in order to be offered admission. But the admissions office will accept your application, do the assessment, and let you know whether or not they're able to move forward. An English test is required for students from Pakistan. So that would be an IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. But I believe with especially the fast track visa study permit, you do need to do the IELTS. So we accept an overall academic IELTS of 6.5. If you're doing the IB curriculum, we do accept 3 higher level courses, 3 standard level courses, and no grade below a 4, minimum points of 24. We also accept the United States diploma program with the C+ average or better, and the British pattern, which is 2 subjects at A level and 3 at O level. This is a list of our English language requirements. Again, typically we're looking for the IELTS for students from Pakistan, as it is typically required for your study permit. Applying is easy. You just go to uwinnipeg.ca. The application fee is 120 Canadian dollars, and then you would upload your documents. So typically we would require transcripts, your language results, language test results, your passport. There will be a list once you've submitted your application. A list will populate onto your application letting you know what it is that you need to upload. There may also be documents that will need to come directly from the institution. For example, if you have studied at a university or college, then that transcript must come directly from that university or college. We are not able to accept that directly from you. So just keep an eye on your application until you have received an admission notice from the admissions office. We encourage you to log in to your application, once per business day to see if there are any notes or updates. As mentioned, we do accept transfer students. We will look to transfer up to 60 credits of schooling that you've already completed. But this is only done after a full application has been submitted. Now, as mentioned before, our tuition is competitive compared to other institutions, even within Canada. In many other institutions, you would be looking at about 60,000 Canadian dollars per year. But at the University of Winnipeg, because we live in an affordable city, our tuition for a full course load, depending on the subject area, can be anywhere from 16 to 20,000 per year. Then with your general books and fees, your health insurance for the year, the bus pass for the year, in total, you're looking at about 20,000 to about 25,000 Canadian dollars per year. Please note, this does not include your housing and your food. So if you do want to live on campus, I have further information for you on that. But your tuition, your books, your health insurance, and bus pass for one full year can be anywhere from 20 to 25,000 Canadian. If you live on campus, you will always have your own bedroom. You never share a bedroom. So it's a very safe place to be. We have McFeeters Hall, which is the dorm style housing. It comes with a meal plan, so they will cook for you. They will cook halal, vegan, vegetarian, whatever it is that you ask, whatever your dietary restrictions are, they will cook around that. So that is approximately just short of $11,000 for the academic year. The other option is the Balmoral houses. Again, you always get your own bedroom. However, you would share the rest of the house with 5 or 6 other university students. So that means you would do your own cooking in a shared kitchen. You share, there's usually 2 washrooms per house and so forth. So you would share the general living spaces and do your own groceries and cooking. So that's just over $5,000 for the academic year. So just comparing tuition to some other universities, for example, our business tuition at the University of Winnipeg is approximately $20,600. At the University of Toronto, it's just under $70,000. So you can see that the tuition is very competitive and very affordable in Winnipeg. We do still offer scholarships and awards. Excuse me. We offer the President's Scholarship for World Leaders, which is $5,000. So you apply for admission first, and then you can apply for this scholarship. If you have AP or IB courses, we will also offer scholarships for those full curriculums, as well as scholarships for individual classes that you transfer over. For those of you coming directly from high school, we also offer a special entrance scholarship up to $3,000, depending on your grades. So if you have 85% average or higher, then we will offer you automatically some of that scholarship money. So there are some pathways to undergraduate studies if you need to meet the language requirement. So you do not have a 6.5 on the IELTS or any other of the tests. You are able also to apply for our 14-week full-time intensive English language program. So if you apply for this along with your undergraduate studies, then you would be offered, and you meet the admission requirements for undergraduate studies, you would then be offered a letter of acceptance for English language program and undergraduate studies. Once you successfully complete your English language program, then you would be able to start your undergraduate studies seamlessly. We also offer a pre-university pathway. So this is an opportunity for students to complete their final year of high school in Manitoba at the University of Winnipeg Collegiate. And so you would just have to demonstrate a solid study plan. You would study dual credit courses, and this would allow you to then earn a Manitoba high school diploma and be eligible for a seamless transition into undergraduate studies. This is just a picture of our dorm style housing. Yes, my slides got a little mixed up here. And this is the house that you could share with other students. So there's a few of these as well. Both of these options are within a 2 to 5 minute walk of campus. If you are interested in living in a dorm or that one of the houses, once you are offered admission, you would need to submit your application for housing as well. To guarantee your spot, you would give a deposit towards that living environment. So that's 450 Canadian dollars. If you have further questions about living on campus, you can email housing@uwinnipeg.ca. We are always excited to have our international students on campus, and so we offer some great services. We'll even pick you up at the airport. So airport pickup, academic and career advisors that are specific to international students. We have a mentorship program, personal counseling, free tutoring, many social and cultural activities. We always have exciting cultural events happening on campus, including Diwali celebrations and so forth. We have immigration advising, and international students have their own student lounge. So it's a great opportunity to meet students from all over the world. So I thank you so much for listening today, especially with this cough of mine. I really appreciate your patience. I am available now to answer some questions, and I would like as well to pass it on to Farouk, who can answer some of your questions about your next steps and about immigration and study permits and so forth. Thank you again, Farouk, for inviting me today. I will stay on for about another half an hour. So I'm here and available to answer questions if needed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now I think I should give some information about visa process under SDS policy. So dear students, studying in Canada has become very easy and straightforward. You just need to follow 3 basic and main requirements. And if you follow these 3 requirements, you will get your visa without any interview, without parents' bank statement, and within a month. So number 1, you need to have English test, IELTS, TOEFL, or PT. You can select any one of the 3 tests. Number 2, you will deposit first year tuition fees in advance before applying the visa. Number 3, which is the last, you will open your account in a Canadian bank and deposit 10,000 Canadian dollars for living cost, खाने पीने रहने के लिए. So if you fulfill these 3 basic requirements, you can get your visa under SDS policy. So मैं आप तमाम students को recommend करूँगा कि आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ SDS पॉलिसी में ही वीजा अप्लाई करें, क्योंकि ये बहुत इजी है और विदाउट पेरेंट्स की बैंक स्टेटमेंट के आपको मिलता है, और आपने सिर्फ 3 रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी करनी है. नंबर 1, आपने इंग्लिश का टेस्ट पास करना है, और वो टेस्ट इन 3 टेस्ट में से कोई एक हो सकता है. नंबर 1 IELTS, TOEFL या PT. नंबर 2, आपने फर्स्ट ईयर की ट्यूशन फीस सिर्फ एडवांस पे करनी है. सेकंड, थर्ड और फोर्थ ईयर की फीस आप किस्तों में पे कर सकते हैं. नंबर 3, विच इज द लास्ट, आपने $10,000 खाने पीने रहने के लिए कैनेडियन बैंक में जमा कराना है, जो कि आपके अपने पैसे हैं, उधर जाके आप यूज करेंगे। सो अगर आप 3 रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी कर दें तो आप SDS में विदाउट एनी बैंक स्टेटमेंट और विदाउट एनी इंटरव्यू वीजा हासिल करेंगे। तो आप पाकिस्तान के किसी भी शहर से ताल्लुक रखते हैं, मेरा ईमेल एड्रेस और टेलीफोन नंबर आपके पास है, आप मुझे अपने डॉक्यूमेंट भेज सकते हैं। और अगर आप स्टूडेंट्स ने आइल्स करना है तो चैट बॉक्स में अपना टेलीफोन नंबर और नाम दे दें। आप आइल्स भी कर सकते हैं, यूनिवर्सिटी विनीपेग की वजह से आपको डिस्काउंट भी मिलेगा। सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड। एंड और अगर आपका कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन, उर्दू में, इंग्लिश में आप कॉल करें। मिस जीना भी मौजूद है, मैं भी मौजूद हूँ। Hi Gina, I think there's few questions in the chat box. There are few questions.
Excellent. I'm happy to answer those.
Thank you.
So let's just see here. After completion of A2 from Cambridge, UK curriculum, the undergraduate program degree for 3 years or 4 years. Yeah, so you can choose 3 or 4. A 3-year degree would give you a general degree within your field. A 4-year degree gives you an opportunity to do some specialization in your field, extra research, and then is a good idea for if you are interested in applying to most graduate programs. So that would be the difference between the two, but your eligibility would be the same for either one.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी जनाब, कैसे हैं? ठीक हैं?
Admission last date for September intake. That is a great question. So let me just go over our admission deadlines here. So it depends on the term you would like to apply. I will let you know for each term. Okay, for if you would like to begin your studies in September, everything must be submitted and completed by May 1st. May 1st. If you are interested in starting in January, everything must be submitted and completed by September 15. And if you are interested in starting in May, then you must submit everything by February 1st. Okay. So I think what I can do is I can share that with you so you can see where you can find that on our website. So you just go to uwinnipeg.ca, click admissions, and then international. And that brings you to our international page. Do you all see international undergraduate admissions page? Okay, I'm just going to assume you can see that. You would click how to apply. This is where you can review the admission requirements, language requirements, application fee, and this is where you can find the deadlines. So depending on the term in which you would like to study, it tells you exactly when everything needs to be submitted. Please do not wait for the last day to submit things and to apply. In case something happens, you want to make sure you do it well in advance. Okay, I'll continue with the chat here. I have 6 A grades in O levels in computer physics math. Then I have done AS levels in 4 subjects. Okay. Okay. So we do need A levels, not AS levels. So you would have to submit your application for admission review But typically we do require A levels. What is co-op? So co-op is an opportunity that's offered through business and applied computer science. It's an opportunity to work, get paid while you work, and it's to work in your field of study. So you would earn credit toward your degree and get paid and start networking. So for example, if you're a business student and you are studying marketing, you could get a part-time job with a marketing company in Winnipeg, and that would allow you an opportunity to gain experience, network, and get paid while you study. With co-op, can you take semesters off to work full-time? You cannot take semesters off completely, and you cannot work full-time. It would be, I believe, with your study permit, you're generally allowed to work 20 hours per week. And then with the co-op, it would be just certain times throughout your university studies. So typically it would be like a term or two in starting in your second year of study. And then you would do a term or two at your co-op in your third year of study and fourth year. We do have an office that is specifically for co-op information. So once you begin in your co-op, or you're interested in applying to the co-op, you are able to access that department and get more detailed information. Hello, I would like to ask if there would be a cost for the undergraduate degree transfer to another university. So if you are transferring from a university to the University of Winnipeg, you only pay the tuition, the application fee, and so forth. There is no additional cost to actually transfer your courses. How can we apply? So you can apply online. I do recommend that you apply through Education Concern as well, because they can help you with the immigration process. The application for admission is it's fairly simple. However, the immigration process can be a little bit difficult to tackle, and that's where Education Concern is very helpful. Also, as an agent, they do have the ability to send us documents that we are able to verify or that they verify for us. So it's easier for our admissions office when the documents come through them. Okay, the IELTS requirement is an overall 6.5 on the academic IELTS. Masters in Criminal Justice annual fee. Unfortunately, I do not have the fee structure for master's programs. I only work in undergraduate studies. For undergraduate studies, it would be about $21,000 in tuition for a criminal justice bachelor's degree. And that would be for 1 year. If you are transferring from another institution, you can transfer in any term, any semester. That's not a problem. But what we would accept from your institution will be assessed by the admissions office once your application has been completed. Minimum CGPA required for master's degree. Unfortunately, you would have to contact Graduate Studies. I will send that information in the group here. So grad studies at uwinnipeg.ca. You can send your questions there if you're interested in master's programs. Is Duolingo acceptable for masters? You would have to contact Grad Studies. I got my offer letter from the university, but I wanted to know how much the tuition fee for spring intake is for 1 year. It depends on your program, anywhere from 21,000 to $25,000 Canadian per year, depending on your area of study. But on your letter of acceptance, it will, or your letter of offer, it will tell you about your tuition deposit and all of that information. So now that you have been offered admission, please follow the directions on that letter completely. And you can contact International Immigrant and Refugee Student Services if you have further questions. I will put their information in the chat. So they are IIRSS@uwinnipeg.ca. So that is our Immigrant, Refugee, and Student Services. For those of you who have been given a letter of offer already. Can you explain scholarship program for undergraduate student? In case of scholarship, will university pay our residential expenses? So the scholarships offered from the University of Winnipeg are partial scholarships. The President's Scholarship is $5,000. You would apply for that after you apply for admission. The other scholarship would be the Special Entrance Scholarship, which is up to $3,000 that we automatically give you if you're coming directly out of high school with an average of 85% or above. We do not have full scholarships. We do not have scholarships that pay your residence fees. If you do have scholarships from a third party to pay those things, that's fine. We will take those scholarships as well. But we, through the university, do not offer those scholarships. Are there any specific subjects requirement for an AS level student to get admission? We do not offer architecture or interior design. You do need to find that at another university. We require A levels. So if you have AS levels, maybe you would consider coming to the pathway through the University of Winnipeg Collegiate. So you can talk to Farouk at Education Concern. You can also email collegiate@uwinnipeg.ca. I have put that in the chat. Oh, sorry, I'll put that in for everybody. collegiate@uwinnipeg.ca. That's for students who do not meet regular admission requirements, such as having AS levels instead of A levels. Okay. Is it possible for students to bear their expense on their own, including tuition fees? Yep, if you are interested in paying for yourself, you can absolutely do that. Okay. Is 59% eligible for apply in bachelor's degree? It depends on the grading scale. If you're looking, is this 59% from another college or university? Probably not enough. From a high school, no, it would not be enough. Typically, we're looking for 70%. But it depends on the grading scale of your school. 59% usually would not be enough. If I join the May intake, when can I transfer? If I transfer from U of W to another university. So you would have to contact that other university and find out when their admission intake would be. So what is accepted for transfer and when you can transfer depends totally on the university that is accepting you, not the university that is letting you go. So if you are at the University of Winnipeg and you are leaving to go to a different university, you would have to contact that different university for their information on transferring. Minimum IELTS requirement for each module. We do not look at each module, just the overall 6.5. Are there any scholarships for people with a CGPA of 3.8? I would apply, if I were you, I would apply to the President's Scholarship. You can find more information on that on our website, uwinnipeg.ca. In the search engine, just put International Scholarship and information will come up for you. Is Duolingo acceptable for master's program? And what is the required score? Please contact gradstudies@uwinnipeg.ca. I put that information in the chat as well. Is the undergraduate program Applied Computer Science the same as undergraduate computer science program? Yes, it is. It also includes some specializations such as AI, IT, software development, network security, and so forth. I have a question with education concern. How to transfer the fees from Pakistan to Canada Bank so we can transfer the fees to the University of Winnipeg. Is that something you can help with, Farouk?
Yes, why not? My office will guide them how to transfer from Pakistan to your university bank account. So it's very easy. No any problem. They can transfer from their bank or from any currency exchange, but we will guide them how to transfer. It's so easy.
Wonderful. So I have another question here. Can I call my spouse later down the line? So if you are a permanent resident of Canada and you would like to now then sponsor other family members, friends, you can do that. As a student on a student permit, if you have family to bring over, we do have family housing, but they have to do their own visa process. So they would apply as a visitor, or on a work visa if they have a job lined up. Their visa process would not be part of the University of Winnipeg. So if you get your visa, you would still need, for your spouse, they would still need to apply for their own visa as well. Okay, some thank yous in the chat. You're so welcome. I'm glad I can be helpful. If we are done with one semester of Bachelor of Science, so will be acceptable, or we have to start again from beginning. So it depends on what transfers over. So as I mentioned, if you are coming from another university or college, you have some studies already. When you apply, we will look to transfer the work that you have completed already, but the admissions office will have to do that assessment once they get all of your documents. For environmental science undergrad, the prerequisite is math. So can students take math courses after coming to university? Yes, you can. So if the program you are studying has a prerequisite of math and you do not have math, you can take a math foundation course in your first year of university. So not a problem if you do not have that prerequisite. We also offer that for chemistry and other subjects. What will happen to the fees that I've paid to the UW if I transfer to another university? So that is something you can ask the immigration, the International Immigrant Refugee Student Services. However, typically we keep your $10,000 deposit unless you are not able to get your study permit, your visa. If you're not able to get a visa, then we will return that deposit. Otherwise, for any other reason, we keep your deposit. So if you are leaving after one semester to go to another institution, we hold on to that deposit. So you have to keep those finances in mind. Kindly again share the email for graduate studies. I'm happy to do that. I'll put that here in the general group. So gradstudies@uwinnipeg.ca. What is the ranking of the University of Winnipeg in Canada? We are highly ranked. we don't have a typical ranking system like in the US, for example, but because most of our schools are partially publicly funded, so we don't have a typical ranking system, but because we offer small class sizes, unique research opportunities, we are viewed as a very highly recommended, highly recognized global university. So wherever you go, the University of Winnipeg is highly recognized. What is the ratio for students in Winnipeg undergraduate? Absolutely. So we offer class sizes, generally 25 students to one professor. In some first year classes, it might be a bit larger than that, but as you get into your second, third, and fourth year, it gets smaller and smaller. What is the maximum percentage from which countries? Do you have sufficient Muslims to perform prayer, fasting, etc.? Great question. I don't have specific numbers from each country, but we do have students from almost 100 different countries represented at the University of Winnipeg. The city of Winnipeg itself is extremely multicultural, so you would definitely find people from all over the world, including Pakistan. We have people from many different religions. We have space for prayer on campus. We have mosques throughout the city. We have temples, mosques, Christian churches, whatever you're looking for in terms of your faith. We offer that throughout the city, as well as a chapel and prayer space right on campus. So there are definitely quiet areas to do that. You're very welcome. In terms of food, we offer throughout the city, there are halal restaurants, and actually on campus, our cafeteria has a halal menu as well. Ma'am, I was a little late. Please guide me towards the tuition fee of Winnipeg University for biomedical engineering and grade requirements. Okay, so we don't offer biomedical engineering. We do not offer engineering at the University of Winnipeg. We do offer biochemistry, and it's about $25,000 Canadian per year. That includes your tuition, books, and your health insurance. Grade requirements can be found on our website. So I'll just quickly share my screen again, really quickly here. If you go to uwinnipeg.ca, okay, you would go to admissions, international, and this brings you to our international undergraduate admissions page. Click how to apply, review admissions requirements, admission requirements by country. If you click on P for Pakistan, this is what we would be looking for, including the English language test. So that's how you can find your admission requirements. If you go back, how to apply, there's other information here, including the application deadlines. Thank you for your detailed presentation and concise answers. You are so welcome. It has absolutely been my pleasure to be here with you. For me, it's morning, so this morning. For you, it's evening. So thank you for ending your day with me. I will stick around for another 5 or 10 minutes. But if you have any other questions regarding immigration or applying through Education Concern, I will stick around and I'll let Farouk handle those types of questions as well. Thank you again.
Today we have Valia Yusuf, whose real brother is studying in University of Winnipeg. So is there any sibling scholarship or discount?
That's a great question. We do not have a sibling scholarship or discount. It's per student because our tuition is relatively affordable compared to other universities in Canada. We, it's still a lot of money, and that is totally understandable. But the scholarships are limited. But we do encourage you to look for third-party scholarships. There are some listed on our website as well. And throughout your studies, if you continue to be a top student, we have what's called in-course awards. So that's opportunity to earn further scholarship money throughout your studies if you're a top student in your field. But otherwise, the President's Scholarship and the Entrance Scholarship would be the ones that we offer.
Thank you. जी स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आपका कोई फर्दर क्वेश्चन है तो फील फ्री टू आस्क. आप आपके क्वेश्चन से कुछ हो सकता है दूसरे बच्चों को फायदा हो जाए. Baya Yusuf, because your brother is studying in University of Winnipeg, so and you have offer letter, so you should try to pay your tuition fees as early as possible because time is a little short.
Hey, there is a question here. Farouk, perhaps you can answer. Is there any new requirement for letter of acceptance to be validated and approved by immigration from Canada?
Let me check. Is there any new requirement for letter of acceptance to be validated? I could not understand his question. Please unmute yourself and ask again. Maybe you can explain. You just need a visa letter, visa approval from the embassy, and after that, you need to another letter as well. So please unmute yourself and ask again.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, Gina. Thank you for your presentation. Actually, I have came across this news link where it is saying that any letter of acceptance from university should have been validated by the Canadian immigration before we apply for any student visa. So I don't know if this news is correct or you can update on this.
No, I don't have such information. Our students are just applying their visa after getting offer letter and paying first year tuition fee.
Because this news has recently came on November 2nd by the immigration minister, Mark Miller. Okay, thank you.
Okay, please send that link in the chat box. Yes, Baya Yusuf, ask.
Thank you for that link.
Hello, Sir Farouk.
Yes.
Sorry, there is a question here. What is the cost of the visa? All that is required.
Yes, Baya Yusuf, unmute yourself and ask.
Yes, thank you, Sir Farouk. Hello, Miss George. Miss Gina. Okay. Hello, Miss Gina Borges, and hello, Sir Farouk. So my question is that I've already gotten the acceptance letter from the University of Winnipeg for the May and September intake for 2023. 2024, I think. Yes. So, if both of those have been passed, so will I have to apply again for the September intake and wait for that acceptance letter to come, or will you defer this acceptance letter?
That's a great question. First of all, congratulations on your acceptance. The letter of acceptance is valid for only 2 intakes. It would not be accepted for an application for a visa or anything like that beyond the 2 intakes that are listed on your letter. So if your letter has expired, you would need to submit a new application online. The good news with that is often we already have your documents from your previous application. So often you don't have to submit as much information the second time around, but you would have to submit a new application once your letter has expired.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Gina.
You're so very welcome. There was a question in the chat, and I'm sorry if I interrupted another student's question. I apologize for that. There was a question in the chat, Mr. Farouk, about the cost of a visa. Do you have information on that?
Yes, visa fees is just about, in Pak rupee, 48,000 to 52,000 rupees only, and that's it.
I see another question here. Can parents get the visa support for visiting his son or daughter while studying in the University of Winnipeg?
Yes, why not?
Absolutely. So, but they would have to apply for their own visitor's visa. It would not be a document from the University of Winnipeg. No. But yes, they should come visit you, and they should come visit you in the winter so they can experience the snow. Okay, well, that is the end of my presentation. You're so welcome for all of you who have shared your thanks in the chat. I do have very shortly another presentation as well. So unless there are other questions, I will have to say my goodbyes. I do appreciate all of you being here today, and for Mr. Farouk as well. You have been wonderful. Wonderful questions, and I hope to see you all on campus one day soon. Thank
Yes,
you.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you very much. Yes, dear students, I'm still here for 1 or 2 minutes, so you can ask if you have any question.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम सलाम जी जनाब।
सर I'm ज़ीशान अली। लास्ट डे सर मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग की वजह से वो शेयर किया था आपसे यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ फ्रेजर इंग्लिश प्रोफिशिएंसी रिक्वायरमेंट, उससे मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग की वजह से वो शायद
मैंने
डिप्लोमा
क्लियर
का
कर
शेयर
दी
हो
आज
गया।
भी, मैंने वो आपके दोस्त को मैंने भेज दी थी आज कि
जी
they
जी
need
सर।
6.5 overall and no less than 6 in any module.
सर वो ट्रैवल कर रहे थे तो इस वजह से वो ज्वाइन नहीं कर सके आज
कोई बात नहीं।
यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ विनिपेग का। तो काइंडली सर उसमें जो ग्रेजुएट की रिक्वायरमेंट है डुलिंगो की स्कोर रिक्वायर्ड 110 और अबव। सो उसमें मेंशन ये है, मैंने आपसे व्हाट्सएप पे शेयर भी किया है, काइंडली उसको कंफर्म कीजिएगा कि मैं उस पे एलिजिबल हूँ।
Okay, let me check and hopefully tomorrow I will confirm you. Okay, inshallah.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you. अगर आप में से किसी ने आइल्स करना हो और उसकी ट्रायल क्लास लेनी हो तो अपने नाम और टेलीफोन नंबर चैट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हैं, उनको टीचर फिर कांटेक्ट कर लेंगे। ये क्लास ऑनलाइन भी है, फिजिकल भी है, ऑनलाइन जूम के ऊपर होती है। सो मेरे ख्याल में आज के लिए काफी है। सो कीप इन टच। अल्लाह हाफिज।